Hey mathematicians, let's do your homework. All right, so we are doing order of operations. Today was actually the easy day. We're just dealing with 4 options: adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So when you have multiplying and dividing and adding and subtracting, there are 2 levels of importance here. Multiplying and dividing is more important than adding and subtracting, so you do that first. So when you have adding versus dividing, that's the higher level. We do that first. 24 divided by 6 is 4. And then we can bring down our 8 and our plus sign and solve that problem. When they're on the same level, like this division and this multiplication, they're both on this level, then you do whichever one you see first. Not like which one pops out at you first, but when you literally read the question out loud. 15 divided by, I said divided by before I said the word multiplied. So that's what you do first. That gives you 3 times 6, that is 18, and you circle your final answer. So that's what we're doing on the front. It's pretty straightforward, and most of you finished it in class, so I'm going to skip to the back. Number 10, 1 serving of soup, here's my bowl of soup, is 1 2/3 cups of soup. A restaurant cooks 50 cups. They're like making it in advance so that when someone orders it, they can scoop it out, put it in the bowl, send it to the customer. They need to figure out, oh boy, 35 customers ordered soup. Do we have enough soup? So first of all, your answer is not going to be a number. It's going to either be yes, we have enough soup, or no, we don't. So let's figure it out. If 1 bowl is this much, how much is 35 bowls? You're going to have to multiply 35 times 1 2/3. They need to be fractions if we're going to multiply them. So 35 over 1 times, figure out what that one is. You're going to get a mixed number. Well, you're going to get an improper fraction, and then you need to change it to a mixed number so that you can figure out, is this bigger or smaller than 50? A pitcher contains 2 3/4 pints of orange juice. You pour 5/8 into a glass. How much is left? So we started with this much. Started with this much. We pour some out. How much is left? The issue is that they need to have the same denominator. Unfortunately, 5/8 cannot be simplified. If you could divide it by 2, then yay, you could just have fourths, but we're going to have to change this 3/4 into 8s. I'm actually not going to deal with the 2 right now. I'm just going to change the 3/4. 3/4 is the same as how many 8s? Well, that's a times 2 relationship. So this is as well. 2 6/8 minus 5/8. You shouldn't even need to have to change the 2 into an improper fraction. You should be able to do it just as is. You ask 150 people about their pets. The results show that 9/25 of the people own a dog. Of the people who own a dog, so of this fraction of people, 1/6 of that say, I have a dog and a cat. So 1/6 of 9/25. That is a multiplication problem. So you're going to get that answer. And then you're going to take that answer down to part B and say how many people. Okay, that answer is a fraction of all the people that you asked. So then you take this fraction times this fraction and simplify, and you'll get your final answer, which is measuring in people, so it should not be a fraction. It should be a whole number. How many 1/4 pound hamburgers can you make from 3.5 pounds of ground beef? So you've got all this ground beef, and you're cutting it into 1/4 sized pieces. That sounds like a division problem. Start with what you have. Get ready for dismissal. Divide it into the size that you need. Now, lucky for us, when we do division, I don't care what the denominators are. They don't have to be the same number, but they do both need to be fractions before you can keep, change, flip. So make sure that you change this into an improper fraction before you keep, change, and flip, and simplify for your final answer. Write 9 divided by 17 in fraction form using a division symbol. and using this long division symbol. So I want to know which one's on top, which one comes first, which one's inside the division house. Oh, and that was it. This one was easy. We're done.